Hello folks, I want to apologize. I didn't do an intro for this video you're about to see, but I wanted to make a short clip here just talking about some of the stuff that I threw for this video. This is a 30-acre Blood Money Shad. This bait's about 8 inches long, probably weighs 4 ounces I'd say. This is a big swim bait. My swim bait setup for a big bait like that, for that 30-acre shad or a big bull shad, 8-inch bull shad or bigger, is a Daiwa Alexa 400 HSP bait caster. 40-pound mono on it, big game, trilane big game's what I use on it. The rod that I use for those big swim baits is a iRod Genesis large swim bait rod. It's the rod is 7 foot 9 inches long. Those are rod floats that you're seeing on the rod there. That's if a rod comes off the kayak, the rod will float and I'll be able to find it if it falls off into the river. Pretty cool. You can get them at Bass Pro. They're really cheap. Just foam. You can use foam insulation, pipe insulation if you want to make them. But that's a large swim bait setup. Any swim bait 8 inches or bigger is what I use to throw that swim bait. Here is another swim bait setup. That's a 5-inch bull shad, weighs about a little under 2 ounces. This next reel and rod is one that I use for anything under 8 inches long. One of my setups is a Ambassador 6500 CS Pro Rocket. It's a really smooth reel. I love it. It's a round reel. Most people don't like round reels, but I like them. The rod is a Dobbins 795 SB, which is a swim bait reel. Rod. The rod is probably I don't know, it's probably close to 8 foot. And it has a rod float on it also. Here are the specs on that rod, model number and all that. FR 795 SB, 7 foot 9 inches long. It's a 1-piece rod, 15 to 30 pound line, 1 to 5 ounce medium heavy fast action. It's really good for a 2 ounce bait. I throw 25 pound mono on my reels for swim baits, small swim baits. It's trick fish line. It's a great line. You can get it at Tackle Warehouse. Here is another swim bait setup. This is it's a used reel that I just purchased. A lot of guys that throw big baits have these reels. This Curado 300E. I've got 25 pound mono on it, trick fish mono. I got a really good deal off this. Found it online out of Georgia. It's great reel. I threw it yesterday. It's an awesome reel. All my buddies have one. They've been trying to get me to get one for a long time. It is on a Dobbins Fury 795 SB, same as the other setup you just saw. I use it for smaller swim baits, so it's a good setup. Great reel. Okay, so the last setup I wanted to go over with you guys. Everybody's asking about a donkey rig. What's a donkey rig? You keep talking about donkey rigs. Well, this is the donkey rig, the way I do the donkey rig. There's probably many ways you can do a donkey rig. So on my spinning reels, I fish this on a spinning reel. On my spinning reels, I run braid with a fluoro leader. My leader you can have a leader as long as you want it. My leaders are a little bit long. I like to get the knot down on the reel. So my leader is probably going to be 11 foot long, maybe. So to tie this donkey rig, you need to get a little barrel swivel. Just a short section of 15-pound fluoro is what I use, down to I think that's a 1/0 worm hook, regular worm hook. That's just a small Zoom Fluke Junior. And you want to run that through your main line coming from your reel. I tie to the end of my main line, I tie a barrel swivel, which I don't know if you can see this or not. A little barrel swivel. And then coming off that barrel swivel, I tie a short section of 15-pound fluoro to a hook. That's a little worm hook, probably a 1/0 worm hook, and that's a small Zoom Fluke. So once you get that tied, this is your main line. Here's your barrel swivel at the end of your main line. Here's your fluke that slides up and down your main line. So when you cast this, it hits the water, those two baits spread out and it looks like a school of minnows coming through the water. So the setup I use for that donkey rig is I have a little Mitchell 300 spinning reel. I don't put a lot of money in those spinning reels. They don't tend to last a long time. Mitchell's a good company. 300's been around a long time. The reel's working fine for me. I run braid on it. You can pick whatever braid you want. Line is up to you. That's just a I think that is a Power Pro braid that's on there now. The rod is a G Loomis E6X rod. It is a 7-foot medium fast rod. I use this rod for flukes, Senkos, crankbaits. It's just a good all-around rod. So I want to go over my setups a little bit so people would know what I was talking about. I've shown you 3 rods. Believe me, there's more. When I'm on the river, going down the river, it looks like a radio antenna sticking up on the back of my kayak, but I don't want to bore you with all the setups, so maybe talk about some more later. But hey, enjoy the video. pound lag. Oh, there's another. We used to catch a bunch right here on the X-Trap. Used to catch a whole bunch here on the X-Trap. That's the first fish I've caught here in 2 years, I bet. folks, heading back home. Just got off the water. It's Saturday, October 5th. Didn't plan on making a trip today. We had talked about it last night. I was supposed to go with Pete and Scott Howard. Scott is leaving today, going back. Well, he's going to Pigeon Forge and then on back home to Kentucky Monday, I think. His family's in Pigeon Forge. But anyway, he had been down for a few days trying to get some fishing in down here. He doesn't have a real good place to fish up there in Kentucky, and he comes down and visits me and Mike Kennick and Rob and all of us. He went to Pennsylvania with us, good guys. Him and Scott Stewart both live up in Kentucky, and they come down occasionally and fish with us when they get a chance, so we enjoy having them down. But anyway, we're supposed to go today. Looked at the weather forecast last night. Looked like it's going to be heavy winds. So I called Pete and Scott, both canceled, and got up this morning at 7 o'clock. It was pretty calm, and didn't want Scott to have to sit in a motel room all day, so I called him up, and we went down to a local river and did just a short float. Had a good day. We caught some on flukes, and I think he threw a reaction swim bait, caught some, and I think he ended up today with 2 fish. Both of them were both around 15 or 16. They were really good fish, solid fish. And I started out today with one that was 21 1/4, caught a big smallmouth, 21 1/4, and been caught many times. He had sore mouth bad. His mouth was tore all to pieces. Caught him on a 30-acre Blood Money Shad, which is a huge bait. It's a really wide body bait. You'll see some video of that bait stuck in the fish's mouth, and it's just amazing that fish crammed that bait like it did. I ended up catching another one that was probably 17 on a fluke, and hooked up a few more on a fluke, never got them in. Smoking shad, Zoom smoking shad fluke. They hit it a lot better than a white fluke today. I caught one more on a bull shad. I guess 2 more on a bull shad. No, 1 more on a bull shad. Caught one that was over 17 on a bull shad. And I caught one that was 16, a little over 16 on fluke. So worked out pretty good. Like I said, just a quick trip to help Scott out. Wind did blow on us pretty bad, but it was blowing downriver, so that is a good thing. Blew between 10 and 15 downriver, so real fast trip. Really enjoyed Scott coming down, and always good to see him, always good to fish with him. But hey, thanks for checking in. Hit that subscribe button for me if you don't care, and I will catch you later. Thanks again.